What's going on, DreamDriven Lifestyle? Welcome back to another vlog, and today we're going to touch on a topic that I've been holding back for a while, but I thought you guys might be interested in it and might learn something or be able to relate from my point of view. But the question I get a lot is what basically got me into entrepreneurship, especially around college when I'm talking to friends and stuff. They always wonder like what drove me to start my own business, and furthermore, like, how did I approach it? So this video is going to touch on a little both sides. I don't know how long it's going to go, but as usual, I'm just driving, so we'll just keep talking until we run out of road or something, or get pulled over. But anyways, what got me inspired to be an entrepreneur or start my own business or anything like that? It all started when I was 16 years old. I was in high school, and naturally, I didn't have a lot of money. My parents paid for pretty much everything, and I wanted to get a little bit of income coming in, and I didn't want to necessarily go apply for a job because, I don't know, the job has never been appealing to me. I didn't really see the upside of it. So I started doing research on the internet, as everyone else probably did when they started out, and I started looking up. The very first thing I looked up was how to make money online. And back in, I can't remember what year it was, but let's see, I'm 16 at the time. About 2012, 2013 was about the time that I was researching this. And around then, the first thing that came up was affiliate marketing. That was huge. Like, affiliate marketing was the thing to go. Everyone was doing it. But I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. So I would look up how to make money online. Then a blog would pop up. And basically the way they advertised back then, mostly for affiliate marketing, was you could open up a website, then you would do a product review, and then link to that product and make a sale. And the whole name of the game was SEO back then. So basically, I would go to the first sites that popped up and have a review over a program, usually affiliate marketing programs that would teach you how to basically market online. But when you end up buying these programs, they didn't teach you shit. Like, so I felt like I was being scammed all the time, which I was. There was a bunch of scams. I remember one, for instance, was called like e-mobile code or something like that, and I ended up buying that. It was like $50 or something like that, and then it literally did not show me what else to do after that. There were videos and guides and all this and that, but it didn't tell me exactly like what to do. So the only way I made money off that was tell my friends, hey, I'm making a shit ton of money from this program, you should get it. And then they would get it, they'd be stuck in the same dilemma. So it was kind of hurt my ego knowing that I was kind of ripping people off from that instance, and also not making a lot of money. So that was a failure. But that's really where everything started for me, was just trying to get programs and having them teach me. But back then, programs were pretty much shit, so that didn't help out much. But that didn't stop me from entrepreneurship. I kept looking, I kept searching, kept trying new things every time I found something new. So the next route I went was how do I make money online for free. And then after that, I learned about inbox dollars. Basically what it was you basically promote offers by either opening mail, and it would have something for you to do, and it rewards you with inbox dollars. So for instance, when Netflix was new, they were in the inbox thing. So if you were to get someone to sign up to a Netflix account for like 30 days or something like that, you would get a paycheck for that. So I started doing that. Had a decent amount of success when I was in high school, just because I was young. I made like, I think, $100 off it, but they stopped paying me after that. Like, they literally banned my account because I was making money. Like, they assumed that people wouldn't make money from it because you made like 2 cents per email that you opened. But I opened every single email, did every single offer, did everything possible. So I guess they thought I was cheating the system by actually making money off it. So that ended up shutting down, and they banned me from that. So that was another, you could say, failed venture. Outside of e-mobile code and inbox dollars, I kept doing research and came to a point where I thought the next step, actually took a break for a while, and then I got into podcasting and reading books. to a guy named John Lee Dumas. He owned a blog, entrepreneurship blog, and I listened for him for like every day of my life. And he directed me to Ty Lopez in the long run. But before that, he had a blog and was making like easily like $100,000 a month from it. So I thought the blogging was the way to go because you get sponsorships and all of this and that. But blogging, it takes a long time to like develop that rapport, develop that audience, and really make genuine money off it. So I ran the blog for like, I started the blog today, but I was heavy blogging for about, I say like 6 months. And my audience was growing really fast, but it just wasn't really for me because it takes a lot of time to write like 1,500 word blog posts every day and be on time every day and have a new topic every day. And the ad revenue was like shit. Like over the past like 3 years, I've only made 70 cents on ad revenue on that, and I've had thousands and thousands of views and impressions, so it wasn't for me. Now after that, I got into Ty Lopez because I was reading on his stuff, and this was back when Ty Lopez was like actually providing value. He was doing really good at like really using his Snapchat to teach you and educate you, as opposed to today where all Ty Lopez does is really show off his girls and all that, which I'm not against. A lot of people are, but it doesn't bother me. But he's just living life now mostly. So I watched him for a while and kind of learned his stuff, got into books, started learning a lot, and went through a period of, I guess, mental growth for a while where I was only reading books, only reading, only educating myself. And then I started looking into Instagram influencing, Instagram marketing. I tried to open up a page, develop a huge following. I've tried all that, and again, it's a long-term game. I got in too late for it. So after that, the thing that really took off for me is during that same period, there's a guy called Supercars of London. I'm sure you've heard of him. He films a lot of supercars and everything, and his video really inspired me to like really kick in hard and do whatever I could to achieve success to start a business. He basically, his story was by 23 years old, he bought his first supercar, and that was the Audi R8, and it wasn't the V10 Plus because they didn't have it back then, but it was an Audi R8, and I fucking loved that car, and I loved his story, and I really wanted to find out how he did it, and I really wanted to achieve the same that he did, maybe on a higher level. But he is what really inspired me to like set my deadline so short, because as you know, I do want to be at that level by 23 years old. Like that's just like, I said if he could do it, I could do it, and anybody can do it. They just put their mind to it. So ever since watching that, watching how his channel exploded and seeing how his growth came along, that's what really inspired me to do the same thing and like really go head over toes for entrepreneurship and just go full force, not caring how many times I failed. I wanted to be able to achieve that level of success, not just for the cars. Like obviously I'm a car guy, but not just for that, but it was for like the personal achievement. I've never really like overachieved to a point where it was just like astronomical. Like people were just like, wow, he's doing this and that. And I wanted to be able to experience that, because back in high school, I wasn't the dude in football to excel all the time. I wasn't the best dude on the field. I wasn't the best player. And for the longest time, like between me and you, for the longest time, I felt like I was being cheated out of the system. I felt like I wasn't getting playing time because I didn't have good relations with the coaches, or I didn't know too many people. I didn't hang out with this crowd or that crowd. And to some extent that may be true, but it wasn't until I got into entrepreneurship that I really thought back about it. I'm like, all right, how much effort out of practice did I put into football? And it was zero effort. Now, where was my effort going? It wasn't going into school. It wasn't going into sports. It was honestly going into looking up entrepreneurship and learning about it. And that's what really made the shift. So I made that promise to myself that I wouldn't be the same anymore. If anything, entrepreneurship would be the thing that I never ever quit on, no matter how long it takes me. Like, I could fail for 10 years, 20 years, and I'll still be doing it. Of course, I might be a little bit discouraged by that, and that's just natural, but I would never quit, totally just give it up. So that's what really got me into it. In regards to e-commerce, e-commerce. What got me into that is kind of a wild story. I don't watch Tai Lopez's snaps a lot just because they're long. But one day I watched his snap and he was talking about a dude who was selling, who was drop shipping. He explained the whole drop shipping process. And it got me really intrigued. And then I went to the dude's webinar and ended up watching it. I didn't purchase this program because it was like $3,000. But I ended up watching what he was doing and I just tried it. Immediately I tried it. And when he was talking about Facebook advertising, all that, and that's what really clicked like inside my mind, because years prior to that I was listening to John Lee Dumas, and John Lee Dumas kept having people come on his podcast talking about he basically had like a fire, I can't remember the term of it, but at the end of the show he said if you had $500 and you had to start over from scratch, what would you do? And a lot of people kept saying I'd Facebook advertise, sell products online, and so many people kept saying that, but I had no clue what the fuck they were talking about, because of course they wouldn't tell you. Like, entrepreneurs these days are so like hidden in what they're doing and how they're making money, so that really bothered me to that extent. But once I watched that webinar from Tai Lopez, not directly Tai Lopez but his business partner, and learned about drop shipping, like I started it the very next day. And even that same week I had bought a watch for $90 from a 16-year-old who had a watch company. So I was already like mentally like, how the fuck do I start my own business? Like, how can I make this happen? So I bought that watch from him, and then I watched the webinar, and then instantly I made a connection. I'm like, he's drop shipping. So I went online and went to like AliExpress, whatever, and found that exact watch for like $10, but I wasn't mad at all. I'm like, that was a lesson learned, so I know how to fucking start my own business. So in the long run, I ended up starting e-commerce, getting into Shopify dropshipping, and I started my store back in, I believe it was August of last year, or 2 years ago. It was August, and I made my first sale within 2 days, and it was over something stupid. It was like a lion bracelet. I actually had one yesterday, but I gave it away. But it was over a lion bracelet, free plus shipping. And then that's when Pokemon came out. And mind you, I didn't know shit about dropshipping yet, but Pokemon Go came out, and I thought it was a brilliant idea to sell Pokemon hats, like that had the little teams on it, the team logo, whatever, the red, blue, yellow, and I did that. And the conversion rates were so fucking high, including, I sold tank tops too. The conversion rates were so high, like it made no fucking sense like how well my store was doing, but I didn't know enough. Like I didn't know scaling, I didn't know like how to do this and that, so I didn't know that if you have a winning ad, you should up the budget. I kept it on $5, and I was making a shit ton of money from that. So that, it makes me regret it nowadays, but when I look back at it, I'm like, I'm learning so much now that when that opportunity comes again, then I'll be ready for it. So that's when I got into dropshipping and heavy into it. I was just a beer man, I didn't know shit about it, but I just kept learning, I kept buying books, I kept just educating myself on it. And I had success just over and over with it. And then that's where I am today. I went through a period where I ended up failing. Like I had a store making over $1,000 a day, but it ended up like I had to shut it down because I didn't know how to manage my money right. I didn't know that I was supposed to pay myself before reinvesting into the business. Mind you, I'm a college student on the college budget, so like all my money's going into that. And I ended up spending about like $6,000 in advertising overall. And I had a lot of orders, but I didn't pay attention to suppliers. I ran out of product one time, so I had to refund a lot of people. And I didn't pay attention to my money, so when I thought I had a lot of money, I was actually like barely breaking even, because like I was running the same ad too hot and not duplicating it, not doing all these little things that you should do when your conversion starts dropping. So it's a lot of you live and you learn with the entrepreneurship world. But long story short, this is what brings me to this year, and the reason why I refuse to quit Shopify, quit entrepreneurship, is because I'm way too deep, I'm way too invested. I've invested in myself way too much just to give up. And if you're in the same position, I highly recommend that you consider the same thing. But I mean, that's just my story for how I got started and what got me started. It's like a long process from like high school all the way up, but now you know like what's driving me and what keeps me motivated every day, and like a little bit of my background. I haven't gone into the family aspect as much, and if you want to hear about that, it's kind of a crazy story, then feel free to leave a comment in this video, and I'll consider making that a part of my next vlog. But outside of that, I'm gonna end this video because I know it's getting long, but Stefan just hit me up. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I'm Tracy Mathis, I'm an entrepreneur, college student, and I talk about Shopify videos, Shopify training, Facebook ads. I'll talk about all that. So subscribe if you're new, if you're interested in that. I'll catch you guys in the next Shopify /vlogging tutorial.